Hey everyone, and welcome to this deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at something really special.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, we asked you all to send in some journal prompts,
We got a ton of them.
50 of them to be exact.
50. That's amazing.
And we wanted to do a deep dive into some of the ones that really stood out to us.
Yeah, some of these are pretty incredible.
Like, honestly, some of them could spark a whole novel,
Oh, easily.
or a screenplay, or just
At the very least, a really good afternoon of just thinking and writing.
yeah.
Like some serious self-discovery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this first category we want to look at is called unlocking imagination.
Yeah.
And I think this first one is so interesting.
Okay.
Like, just imagine
Yeah.
pitching to Netflix your wildest dream.
Ooh.
Because in this world, dreams are recorded and traded like movies.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So what would your dream look like on the big screen?
Oh, that's a good one.
Right.
It makes you think about, like,
Yeah.
what genre would it even be?
Yeah.
Would it be like a psychological thriller or...
It could be like super artsy and weird, and
Yeah.
nobody would get it, but like 3 people would love it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, would you try to make it a blockbuster, or would you make it like this super niche indie film? It's like you're creating this whole new genre of storytelling.
Yeah.
It's like way beyond Inception, you know?
It makes you wonder, like, in that world, would we all be like
You're right.
chasing blockbuster dreams like we chase blockbuster movies now?
Would we sacrifice like the personal meaning for mass appeal?
Oh, totally.
Like, could you imagine the Oscars for dreams
oh my God.
and the award for best dream cinematography goes to?
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, so this next one is a little different. It's almost a little more poetic.
Okay.
It asks you to imagine this hidden garden
Yeah.
where every flower represents a forgotten memory.
Oh.
What happens when one starts to bloom?
Oh, that one's interesting.
Right.
That one kind of gives me chills.
Yeah.
It's like this beautiful metaphor for like rediscovering lost parts of yourself.
Totally.
You listening right now?
Yeah.
What kind of garden are you picturing?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it overgrown and wild, or is it really carefully manicured?
And what's the memory that's like
yeah.
pushing its way back into your consciousness?
Mm.
It's just, it uses the language of nature to explore something so deeply personal.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
Like, gardens have always been these, like,
Yeah.
symbolic spaces, you know, like the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Or even just like a little window box in a city apartment.
Yeah.
They represent growth renewal, and in this case, like a reclaiming of your own past.
Okay, get ready.
Okay.
Because we're going into exploring emotions territory now.
Ooh, this is where it gets good.
Yeah, and things are about to get real introspective.
Okay.
So this first one asks you to imagine a character
Yeah.
who never feels anger.
Never.
Never, ever. Like
Yeah.
zero, zip, zilch.
How do they even function?
Right. Like, how do they deal with conflict?
Do they even know what conflict is?
Do they even recognize it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so clever because it makes you realize how much,
Yeah.
like, we rely on anger,
Yeah.
even if we see it as like a negative emotion.
Right. Exactly.
Like, imagine you, the listener,
yeah.
trying to navigate a world without ever feeling that
Yeah.
surge of frustration or like righteous indignation.
How would you deal with like that coworker who steals your lunch from the fridge every day?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Would you even recognize that as like something to be upset about?
Right.
Or would you just like logically explain to them the concept of personal property?
And they'd be like, oh, interesting.
Huh. I never thought about it that way.
Exactly.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, this prompt isn't just about like the absence of anger.
Right.
It's about challenging our assumptions about like healthy emotional expression.
Yeah.
Are there other ways to be assertive, to set boundaries, to like even fight for what you believe in without ever feeling that anger flare up?
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, this next one is a total mind bender.
Hit me.
Picture this. You stumble upon a box
Okay.
filled with photos of moments you've never experienced.
What?
Like, you're there in the pictures,
Okay.
but you have absolutely no memory of it happening.
Okay.
What do those photos even mean?
Oh, I love this one.
Right.
It's like a mystery box of your own life.
Totally.
Like, are these glimpses into a past life,
Yeah.
alternate realities?
Now, someone messing with you?
Or like, is somebody like creating this elaborate false narrative for you?
Ooh, that's creepy.
Right.
It's like those like Mandela effect moments.
Yes. Exactly.
but on a deeply personal level.
It makes you question the very nature of like memory and identity.
Totally.
What if our memories aren't as reliable as we think they are?
Right.
What if like our sense of self is built on this foundation of experiences that we don't even remember?
Oh, that's giving me existential chills.
It's heavy, right?
Yeah.
And that's just the beginning.
I know, right?
We've got so many more prompts to go. I'm excited.
From building entire universes to creating characters so real, they practically jump off the page.
But before we move on, you listening, what's resonating with you so far?
Yeah.
Are you drawn to the fantastical or the deeply personal?
What's got your creative gears turning?
Let us know.
All right, so let's move into something a little bit different.
Okay.
Let's talk world building.
Yeah.
This is where you get to like play God,
Yes.
creating entire civilizations from scratch.
I love this.
Like this one prompt asks you to imagine a city built on giant floating islands
Oh, yeah.
that drift with the wind.
Like a mobile city.
Forget buses and subways. We're talking airships,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even giant train birds.
That's cool.
How would people even get around?
Right. Yeah.
What would the culture be like?
Yeah.
I mean, are they nomadic?
Yeah. Are they following ancient wind patterns?
Do they have like ceremonies for when islands collide
Oh, it's so cool.
or drift apart?
It's like Avatar meets steampunk or something.
Yeah. And the architecture? Oh, yeah. Would buildings be lightweight and flexible to withstand the constant movement?
Yeah.
Or would they like anchor themselves to bedrock deep below the clouds?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like taking all those fantasy floating cities we see in movies and actually thinking through the practicalities?
Yeah.
This prompt is like a goldmine for detail-oriented world building.
Totally.
Okay, this next one totally flips the script on how we think about information and storytelling.
Okay.
Imagine a society where books are forbidden,
What?
banned.
Whoa.
But stories still exist.
Okay.
They're just passed down in different ways.
Right. How does that work?
Right.
Right.
Like, think about it. You, the listener, imagine a world without books.
Yeah.
What replaces them?
Right.
Elaborate oral traditions.
Ooh, interesting.
Secret societies dedicated to memorizing entire epics.
Okay.
Maybe stories are woven into tapestries or carved into stone.
Oh, wow.
Suddenly, storytelling becomes this high-stakes, almost subversive act.
Yeah.
How would that affect the stories themselves?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. Would they become more symbolic?
Would they be more reliant on like visual imagery?
Yeah, because they can't rely on written descriptions.
Right, exactly.
It really makes you realize how much power a simple book has
Totally.
and how creative humans would become in finding other ways to share their stories.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, so now we're going into the heart of every good story.
The characters.
Yes, the characters.
These prompts are all about creating people so vivid, so complex.
Yeah.
And you almost forget they're just words on a page.
I love that.
This one that I thought was really interesting asks you to imagine a character who discovers their best friend is actually their guardian angel.
Okay, whoa.
Talk about a plot twist, right?
Yeah.
Like, imagine finding out the person you've shared all your secrets with,
Yeah.
who's been there for you through thick and thin,
Yeah.
is literally a celestial being sent to watch over you.
Does it change the relationship?
Right. Is it still genuine or does it feel kind of...
Manipulated.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what happens when the angel's true purpose is revealed?
Do they have to leave?
Do they choose to stay?
It's like those superhero origin stories where the mentor is revealed to have been secretly guiding the hero all along.
Totally.
It makes you think.
Yeah.
It digs into the nature of like friendship and trust and sacrifice.
Yeah, would you feel betrayed if your best friend had been keeping this huge secret from you?
Right.
Or would the fact that they've been protecting you all along make it okay?
It's a tough one.
All right, this next one is really going to mess with your head.
Lay it on me.
Imagine you find out you're the villain in someone else's story.
Why?
Not the hero,
Okay.
not the sidekick,
Okay.
the straight up bad guy.
Oh, wow.
How do you process that?
It's such a powerful concept, right?
Yeah,
Because it challenges our own self-perception.
totally. Yeah,
We tend to see ourselves as the protagonist of our own lives.
right.
But what if we're causing somebody else pain, even unintentionally?
Yeah,
It forces you to consider different perspectives, to acknowledge that maybe
yeah.
we're not always the good guy.
Right.
Like that quote, every villain is the hero of their own story.
Yeah, I love that.
It makes you think about the gray areas of morality
Totally.
and how good and evil aren't always so clear-cut.
Right.
How would that knowledge change your actions?
Yeah, would you try to redeem yourself?
Would you try to rewrite the story?
Or would you just lean into it?
Embrace your villainous role.
Right.
It's a good reminder that our actions have consequences.
Yeah.
And that even with the best intentions, we can still hurt others.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
Hit me.
This next category is all about twists and turns.
Okay, I love a good plot twist.
Me too.
Let's do it.
So these prompts are all about those unexpected moments that leave you breathless.
Yeah.
Those moments where everything you thought you knew gets flipped on its head.
Love it.
And let me tell you,
Okay.
some of these are seriously mind-blowing.
All right, I'm ready.
So this prompt asks you to imagine a character who dreams of events before they happen,
Okay.
but they can't do anything to stop them.
Oh, that's tough.
Talk about frustrating.
Can you imagine, like, the burden of knowing what's coming,
Right.
but being totally powerless to intervene?
You'd be like watching a train wreck in slow motion.
Every day would be filled with this, like, agonizing tension
Totally.
between knowing the future and being unable to change it.
Would you try to warn people,
Oh, yeah.
even knowing they probably wouldn't believe you?
Right.
Or would you just withdraw from the world entirely?
Yeah, maybe.
Just try to avoid, like, the pain of seeing it all happen.
It really makes you think about free will and destiny.
Yeah.
Like, if we know the future, are we truly free to make our own choices?
Right. Are we just playing out a predetermined script?
It's like a philosophical dilemma wrapped up in a creative writing exercise.
Okay, last one.
Okay.
And it's a doozy. This prompt asks you to write a story where a totally ordinary object, like a pencil or a teacup, contains a hidden universe inside it.
Whoa.
Who discovers it?
Okay.
And what do they find?
I'm picturing a tiny civilization living inside a snow globe.
Oh, that's cute.
It takes something we see every day
Yeah.
and turns it into a portal to the extraordinary.
It's like Alice falling down the rabbit hole.
Totally.
But instead of Wonderland,
Yeah.
she finds like a microcosm of bustling cities and vast landscapes.
What if that chipped coffee mug on your desk is actually a gateway to another dimension?
Right.
It reminds us to never take the ordinary for granted.
Totally.
There might be magic hiding right under our noses.
Well, we've journeyed through a lot of prompts today.
We have.
From dream marketplaces to forbidden books to hidden universes.
It's been a wild ride.
I feel like we've barely scratched the surface of what these 50 prompts have to offer.
I know, right?
But you know one thing's for sure.
What's that?
These aren't just writing exercises.
No, they're not.
They're invitations to explore your own creativity.
Yeah.
Your fears, your hopes, your unique way of seeing the world.
That's what makes it so exciting.
It's not about the prompts themselves.
Right.
It's about what they spark in you.
Exactly.
What stories are you itching to tell?
What worlds are you dying to create?
Hold on to that feeling,
That spark.
that curiosity.
Yeah.
That's where the real magic happens.
Let these prompts be your guide.
But remember your own experiences.
Yeah.
Your own voice.
Yeah.
That's what makes your writing truly special.
So true.
So grab your journal, a pen, maybe a comfy blanket, and dive in.
Explore, experiment.
And most importantly, have fun.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time, keep writing.